lads, and welcome to the CraftCast podcast. I am joined on myself, ShvrkBait, Paddy, and Sam. Woo! We have two special guests today, Mike and Aiden from the Beanbag Boys. So lads, introduce yourselves.
Hello. So my name's Mike. I'm 19, and I'm working on the Style and Substance texture pack with this guy.
Yeah, and I'm Aiden, and I make the art for the texture pack.
Amazing.
Exciting stuff. As you guys can see, we've got the texture pack on the background this week, and I, for one, coming from the standpoint of a builder, I'm sort of semi-fallen in love with this pack already, because like the variation of the blocks, the 3D depths and stuff. I honestly, you guys blow my mind with the work you guys have done on this. And if you don't mind me asking, just sort of jumping into it for a start, how long is it taking you to get up to this point at the moment?
God, so
When did we start?
The 1st of February we started.
Oh yes.
7 months
of this year. Yeah.
Oh my.
So around just over 7 months, been working on this a lot.
And you guys said when we were having sort of preliminary discussions about stuff the other day that you'd been doing this is built off an older one, isn't it, that you'd done in the past?
Yes, we completely restarted. We didn't pull anything. We pulled ideas from the old pack. So back in 2019, we did a pack called the Very Stylized Texture Pack, and it was bad. It was really bad.
But you remember, it was a good start, because I remember you hit me up on Discord one day, and you were like, hey, imagine if we, like, put your art in Minecraft. And I was like, can we do that? And you were like, yeah, we can.
And I remember at the time we did think it was good, and there are aspects of it that are definitely good, but we were woefully unexperienced. Like our blocks were 96 res, and our items were 120. It was just bad.
No, not even that. Like, we did not understand the concept that, like, the ratios of, like, pixels between different things like blocks and mobs should be, like, roughly the same.
Yeah, we approached it more like how Mojang, for some reason, on small mob always makes their eye sizes different. Like the parrot and bat economy just doesn't make sense. Just given their size, they either shouldn't have that many pixels, or the other mobs that are smaller should have that many.
Yeah, no, I get that as well. It just doesn't look right, does it? Because I guess I had that with the Strider texture. I wasn't the happiest of it, because I felt like it wasn't. I feel like it was too high, not high res, but it had too many pixels compared to the least amount of pixels that a normal Minecraft mod will have.
Yeah, and that was our main issue, was consistency. And that pack still did really well. We got a lot of love on Reddit for that one.
Yeah, somehow. I'm surprised.
Like, what was it, like £200 worth of patrons at one point?
Yeah. We got up quite high from that.
And then we burnt each other out, and we the whole thing just sort of burned us out. So we dropped it, I think, like maybe 6 months after we had started.
Oh yeah.
And we just sort of let it fester, and I don't know about Aiden, but it ate me away that we never finished it.
I bet.
It was pretty frustrating for me as well. But, we went about it in a terrible way, because we did not organize what we did at all. We just kind of did whatever we wanted.
Yeah, we had no plan, and we just went in and were like, oh, you know what? I feel like doing Prismarine today.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like doing the Creeper tomorrow, and then we'll do some items.
Oh, okay.
And we ended up having a bunch of really boring blocks that we got stuck with, and it just burned away at us. So we put it aside. We said we'll come back to it one day. We cancelled our Patreon. We let everyone have their money back, like their most recent one.
Wow.
Because we felt like we were robbing them. So
okay,
fair
enough.
We were like, okay, let's just put the pack down and we'll come back to it one day. And I never thought we would. And then start of this year, one of my New Year's resolutions was to do the pack again. I hit up Aiden and I was like, listen, we're better artists, we're better business people. Let's make it happen. And we did.
And now it's here.
Yeah.
One thing that really blows me away about the pack is how you do these 3D models. Like, for me, I actually saw this pack a while ago because I saw the pack shown off or showcased on is it the Bevo official TikTok?
Yeah, Bevo collaborated with us twice.
I think likewise with all ourselves. I've seen your channel, and I think we've all seen that video as well, because that seemed to push through quite a lot of, I guess,
it
the
got 2 million
Minecraft views. For You page. So that's why I was a huge fan, and I wanted to get you guys on. And I was third time lucky.
Listen, I can talk about this. So I get loads of comments on here like, oh, will you be my friend? And I get loads of friend requests on Discord, right? Because our Discord server has quite a few members. So, like, I see this guy, and he's got, like, a shy guy image, and I'm like, oh. But the reason we're here now is because you commented, like, third on one of our more recent videos, and that got my attention.
You got the ShvrkBait stalker technique.
Yeah.
Just like, I know they post at this time every day. I have to wait for them.
If I follow you and I want you, I will get you on this show. And I have. So I am not wrong.
Yeah.
And the thing is that for myself, for a start, I thought it was just one person.
It's like a little team of you, isn't it? Like as you guys have said to us, you've got like different people that come on and do artwork.
Well, and as I said before, like I was a huge fan. I was so excited every time you posted, and I thought what you're doing is awesome, and that's why you're on here.
Thank you. But before I move on to the team stuff, yeah. So you commented earlier. I saw your page, and I was like, oh, I know who this person is, and then I hit you up with the team thing. So it is almost entirely me and Aiden. We have one person, lovely person called Ditterbug, who has did the shulker sounds. Has done a lot of new music tracks.
Yeah, me and Paddy like that a lot. But it's very cursed. Okay, maybe just myself then.
And then we have a channel in our Discord server called Community Art, where we let people post their own artwork. And from there, we found a lot of really talented small artists who we want to give a platform to. So we let them do a painting for the pack.
It's a really great way of doing it, isn't it? It's a great way of getting everybody involved.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I mean, like we joke about how it's not a community project because people always tell us like, oh, you should make the leather armor look like monk robes, right? But like at the end of the day, we do want our community to be involved.
Yeah. And I mean, if it's something that's so highly supported by so many people, to have them included in the creation of it has to be really
absolutely
fulfilling.
And it's nice because I don't know if you've seen the videos I've done about those paintings. Like there's one guy, Elm Realm, a fantastic artist, like one of the best artists I've ever seen, had 32 followers.
I've seen this guy the other day. I saw him the other day. Sorry. Yeah.
And we managed to get a video about his painting for the pack, and it got like 40k views, and he went up to like 2,000 followers. I mean, isn't a lot in TikTok, but still, like going from 300 to 2,000.
No, that's still really good.
Yeah.
And the thing is like we've said this on previous podcasts. There's some people I watch who have probably 400 followers, and their content is insane. It's like they've been uploading for years.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, just because you don't have so many followers doesn't mean your content is bad.
Oh, yeah,
No, I saw him. Was it the one where he did, it was based off a real life painting, wasn't it? And is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, it was stunning.
No, Loxonen is the one you're thinking of.
That might be the one I'm thinking of.
Based off Francisco Goya's.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all on screen, lads.
We're gonna do a lot of paintings. Like Aiden's gonna do a few more for the pack that are gonna be based on real paintings. Like we want to do one based on Saturn eating his son because that's one of our favorite paintings ever. So we want it to be a homage to art. Like it's not just look at our art. It's also an appreciation, of art.
Well, it's like inclusion of what has inspired you, and obviously I imagine it's probably giving you guys a lot of inspiration. And I know obviously looking at a different standpoint as a builder, sort of I grew up looking at Minecraft builders like Grienne and sort of obviously I know Trixie Blocks, people like that have only just come through. But
I love
that's
Trixie Blocks.
Trixie Blocks is amazing. But like that is stuff like that I've grown up with and has inspired me to do. So I imagine for you guys as well, artwork like that has given you that passion, and it's an amazing way to sort of incorporate stuff. And I love you mentioned the community side of things as well. You do like your own mob votes, which are really, really cool.
Yeah,
I love the way you include that.
Yeah, it's like what you said the other time, that the fact that people still comment on your new videos saying what their mob they want to have.
Like, yeah, sorry, mate, the golem won, but I mean the other ones are gonna be in the.
You're a bit late.
There's a lot of I can talk at length. Me and Aiden both can talk at length about weird logic that people have, especially like people thought that because we were doing a vote that meant that we were never gonna do the other mobs that didn't win.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, almost every single time we release a video about blocks, they're like, "Are you gonna do the rest?"
No, we're gonna abandon the pack
No.
at
We've
40%.
done 5 blocks. We're stopping. Goodbye.
They're gone. You're never getting that block in again.
Yeah, you'll never see me again.
We just sort of like vanish into the ether and never come back. Talking about the sort of PBR and stuff, or for those who are less familiar with the terminology, that's like the bumpy textures.
The bumpy
textures.
So Aiden does the art and I do the bumpy. So I do all the bumpy stuff. I don't know if you noticed when we were setting this up today, Paddy put down some saplings, and I don't know if you noticed, but we actually animated them.
They're animated.
Yeah.
I was admiring them in the creative menu. They look so good.
I was thinking, should I throw some in the background, but I didn't want it to clashed with the green
That's
screen.
fair.
It's just even stuff like, I'm looking at the floor now, and like, Sam, if you look, like, even just the planks, they look like they've got that depth to them. It's really, it's mesmerizing.
It's gorgeous.
You'll have probably seen it at the start. I'm just standing there like this, looking at them. It's just...
I feel like the only thing that I would say is the negative side of your texture pack is the fact that you do get very distracted looking at it. You sit there with just like, you sit there going, wait.
It's so beautiful.
You're like, wait, that's got what in the carpet? You know what I mean?
One of the most baffling things that has happened, people really seem to think that our pack is like 512 resolution or higher. Just because it looks good doesn't immediately mean that it's going to make your PC explode. It might.
Oh yeah, like the most reoccurring comment is probably that your PC's going to like fry the minute you turn it on. It's like, no, I play on a potato.
Yeah, it's not too demanding. So, you know, it's pretty
It's just obviously
sound.
the detail that goes into everything. Like, even just the carpet here. Like the swirls and the way it's got that kind of, like, it looks like it's got depth to it, you know.
Yeah.
It's just everything.
Shaders
on there.
are amazing.
Sort of, one thing I wanted to definitely, I know I asked you like the other day about it, and obviously Aiden, I wanted to come on to discuss it with you as well. So obviously, as you can see on screen at the moment, the villager concepts that you guys have thrown out. Obviously,
yes.
I instantly went to Mike and went, Mike, have you played World of Warcraft? And he was like, of course. Obviously, I want to know, have you played World of Warcraft and what kind of inspo have you grabbed from there? Because I see them and I instantly go, oh, they're Taurens, 100%. Like, have you played as well, Aiden? Again, it's just a bit off topic, but I want to know.
Oh no, I actually haven't played World of Warcraft. I have seen people play it a lot. But the inspiration for the villagers specifically actually came from our deep-seated hatred for the original villagers.
Yeah, they're just a little
because
like,
while they are completely alright in vanilla, well, completely alright is a bit much, but if you look at any texture pack that is like just any higher than like 16 by 16, then you'll realize that it's ugly.
I'll put something for you to put on screen. This is no this is no shade to Chroma Hills. It's a fantastic pack, but these villagers are simply horrendous.
But
they are a bit much.
That's cursed. Oh my god, what's that face?
Yeah,
that is a bit weird.
It's white Squidward.
It's
white Squidward.
It's pretty bad.
Terrifying.
So after seeing that a lot, we decided that we just have to do something that eliminates the issue of them being so just eyesore to look at.
And also another issue that we realize is probably a good thing. Like, there's obviously been talk in the past about how villagers sort of harbor some anti-Semitic traits.
Yeah.
So we wanted to eliminate that as well. But like, Warcraft, the Taurens are definitely a good inspiration, but another one that we really had was the Khajiit from Skyrim.
Yeah, for the snow ones. Yeah,
some Skyrim vibes.
I look at them and I just think that I love the way you guys did it. You know, for each individual biome as well. It's not just the change in the outfit; it's the entire change in the sort of the kind of, if you think about obviously coming into like the lore behind them as well. Sort of each biome's got this different kind of species it's living there. I love the way you guys the way you reimagine everything as well. And a big one is obviously on the Iron Golem and on everything. It's not just like other textures where they just retexture that. You guys obviously add on, don't you? I don't know how you do it. It baffles me. You add on like the extra bits.
This is a nice bit of education for anyone who wants to make a texture pack. Learn Blockbench. It will make your pack so much better.
It'll elevate your texture pack so much.
It's a free software. They have all the Minecraft models preloaded, and then you can just mess with them, edit them, save them. It's sick.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, talking about that, I myself have tried creating texture packs in the past. Nothing as like beautiful or as extreme as this, but just editing slight textures just to make them more like, I don't know, intriguing to me.
A bit more different as well, because this, you know what I mean, you want a bit of variation. Like fair enough, the only, I guess, in vanilla Minecraft, there's not really any textures that change too much. And at least with this, when you place down the block, there are going to be a variation. And I think that's what I like about it the most. But what I want to go on to what Paddy kind of spoke about earlier is about, and also Sam, about, creating your own texture packs. Is there any inspiration, or was there any texture packs you used to play when you was younger or anything?
Well, when we were younger,
we used a lot of inspiration for the first texture pack. I remember we looked at a lot. I don't know if you recall the names.
I do, but I just think there's a more important point to this, which is me and Aiden have only been playing Minecraft for about like 3 or 4 years. We started
Do you
playing
want to say,
in
so
1.
did you say it was like 1.14? So that's got to be, that's the Pillager and Villager update, isn't it?
I started playing like just before Village and Pillage came out.
Wait,
Oh.
really? Oh no, I've played since before horses and
Oh,
stuff.
really?
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
No,
that.
no. I've played for a long
Yeah.
time.
I was
I'm a
gonna
new
say
player.
because I was like, how could you just come out of nowhere? Like that was a shock factor for me, if anything. Because like where
I
I've
didn't know
been,
that.
Just came
I've
with
been playing since beta 1.7.3, which
Wow.
is 10
Oh,
years
wow.
ago now. Which I think is
Oh,
just
geez.
this literally was the update before creative mode and Enderman.
Wow.
That's when I
I'm
started
the
playing.
same. Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Okay.
Because Minecraft was like 25% off at the time. That was purely why.
Nice.
But yeah, going back to your texture packs, there any inspiration of like what you said before?
I got a few. So Chroma Hills was one. God, there was a really cool Dragon Dance. Was one that was back in 1.14.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Stay True, which is an ongoing one.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
And
yeah, I recognize that.
New Default Plus was another big inspiration. So
Okay.
and other ones like Vanilla Tweaks, Better Vanilla Building, we've sort of drawn inspiration from them. But some people tell us they're like, oh, you should add it so where like when you put 7 lime terracotta blocks around a plank, it'll make like green planks. But like,
But there's no originality in that because fair
No.
enough that
It's
is quite a original
Yeah.
idea, but that isn't to your
Yeah.
idea.
It's much more of a technical
Not your
thing
idea.
rather than a creative thing.
yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
something else because this is another thing we get from our fans a lot. They're like, oh, will you turn the sheep into a different animal or make the chicken into a penguin? Here's our philosophy. I want to get it in not in right. I want to have it in footage. I want to have it to exist. I want everyone to listen very carefully. Realistic animals or animals in the game that are based on real creatures that exist, they will be represented in Aiden's style as the creature that they are. Fictional creatures are fair game.
yeah.
We're going to do whatever we want with them.
Oh yeah, leading into that, we tend to ask people if they want to see concept art or what would they like to see in concept art form whenever I do a concept piece for a mob. And the amount of people who say things like dog or cow or cat, and it's like, wouldn't you believe it? I'm just going to draw a dog, a cow, and a cat.
Yeah.
You're not going to see anything special. Wouldn't you like to see a dragon or an enderman or something? And they're like, no, I'd like to see the puppies. Like, I understand.
And even going back with like the chickens, like what, you're gonna be in a plains biome and there's just a random penguin walking around.
Exactly.
Yeah, like some people ask for very like immersion breaking things.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, leading on from the dog textures that people are asking for, is it something that you can do where you could add?
Yes, we have. I
Yes,
have a
we
list
are
pinned in my
very
DMs
much planning
with
to
him.
do that.
I will read the pins.
Oh,
right
my
now.
Oh,
if I can
please,
find it.
yes. We have
Yeah.
some Easter
So-
egg textures.
Basically, there's a thing in Minecraft.
Come to the CraftCast podcast, mate. We have all the spoilers and info, all the Easter eggs, everything that you cannot find anywhere else.
So there's a
Oh, yeah.
feature in vanilla Minecraft. This isn't an Optifine thing. Where you can name something in an anvil, like name a name tag or name a weapon, and it will change the texture if the texture pack creator allows it.
Yes.
And you can do the same thing on name tags with pets. So here are the list
Like
of
the pink sheep and such.
here are the list
Okay.
of dogs that we're going to add.
Okay.
Walter, Jake the dog,
I love
Skeleton
Adventure
Dog.
Time. I'm a big
Doge.
Adventure Time
Yes!
fan, so I'm
Good,
really
good.
excited to see that.
I'm hoping to see a Finn the human villager at some point. Oh,
Smile Dog, like the SCP, KK Slider, and then there's this meme of if a dog could wear pants, how would they wear them? So we've got one called horizontal pant and vertical pant.
So I guess is that like the same way as like the rabbit? If you call it toast, it like changes texture.
Yes,
is
yes,
that, is
it's
that along the
exactly
lines
like
of that?
Exactly.
Okay.
We're also planning to slightly, hopefully, alter the models so we can have a couple of differences in the dogs, like the ears,
Like the ears
pointing
and-
up and down, so we can have actual
Walter
breeds
will have
for
no
just
ears.
default dogs. So once you
missed-
tame a
missed out my
wolf,
boys.
you can get different breeds.
My boy Scooby and my boy Clifford's not been included.
Scooby and
Oh.
Clifford is a
we
shout.
not
Actually.
add Clifford?
Yeah, we
I
did.
swear we mentioned Clifford.
Clifford and
Clifford, the
Scooby
big
are
red dog.
two.
I think you say Clifford. Sorry. That's
No,
my
we
bad.
didn't. It's not in the list, but that's one we discussed.
I think we
Big-
could
big
all
Cliff
agree
dog.
on that. We would like to see a Clifford,
Big
if
Cliff.
that's okay.
I just want to go up to Dot and go, come here, Cliff, let's go.
Oh yeah,
Um,
coded so
Done?
he spawns real big.
Oh.
yeah.
You're just coming across the hill, it's just a massive
You-
dog on the other side. Oh, come on, Cliff, let's go.
You
son.
tame a tiny little wolf, it becomes a giant.
Yeah,
red dog.
hitbox is the same though, so you have to venture.
You have to hit his toe.
Yeah, you have to
You venture
Yeah.
inside of
It's
sit him
Clifford.
Clifford.
down.
to see
That's
it.
awesome. So with your texture pack you're doing, you said about lore earlier. Do you want to expand on that a bit? So is there like a lore to this resource pack as such?
There's kind of two. There's kind of two laws. So there's an ongoing feud that I'm having with a friend of Aiden. I accidentally kind of sold my soul to him, which is why I have so many followers on TikTok. But me and that demon have sort of been.
Yeah, I feel like we might
friend
have to
is
meet
this?
him.
I can't say his name.
Couple
but
racks say.
There's a bunch of videos on my page that feature his voice or allude to him, and he even appears in some of them. But we don't talk about him too much because every time I think about him, it makes me want to cry. But the lore inside of the texture pack, one thing which I'm sure you'll put on screen, and I'll send a photo for you to use later, is Chiseled Sandstone. There are 5 variations, and they feature different creatures of Aiden's design. And there's a whole video we did about that. It's one of my favorites. And those creatures are actually probably going to feature in the mod that we're planning on making when we finish the pack. The current working title of the mod is Cryptid Quest, and we're still trying to find talent because we don't know how to animate mobs for mods. So we're looking at working with Fresh Animations, the guy who made Fresh Animations. He said that he would be interested, but he also has never made a mod. So that might be a learning experience for us.
Yeah,
No?
nothing wrong with a bit of planning.
It's big projects, isn't it? It's you know, like it's not just obviously you've got your texture pack, and then I don't know you guys.
Yeah,
happy
of course,
to
of
talk
course.
about your projects
Yeah,
as well,
of
because I know we've chatted off pod about everything else you guys have got in the pipework, and obviously I know we had a massive nerd out session the other day, Mike, about stuff that you've got going on, and I think it's just absolutely amazing that you guys. I know, obviously, you know, with real life stuff as well.
Yeah.
You've got all this going on, and you're working on a texture pack. It really is amazing.
Thank you.
Obviously, if you guys are happy to talk about what else you've got going on, it might be cool for Sam to know because he's not heard any of it, have you?
We can skim over it if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got the texture pack, we've got the mod. We want to do a fashion brand called Unknown Tongues. I've put the logo in there so we can put it on screen.
No, it looks awesome.
Yeah, we're sort of going for like a mixture of there's a brand called Scoot Apparel that does pretty cool clothing, but we're just sort of going for like a mixture of clowncore and eldritch. So it's gonna be wacky clothing, but
Just
there's
a
gonna
bit
be
out of the box, unordinary fashion, I guess.
And you guys are just 2 uni lads as well, aren't you?
Yep, just 2 uni lads.
Which is pretty mad that the fact that you're doing, you know, as well as your course, you're also doing this as like a side main project, which is mad. And I think what we say now is that your work ethic is on point and probably as much as us lads, and that's why I guess we can relate on that level. And but for what you guys do, it is probably far more. But but like the future you have, like you see with your texture pack, is amazing. It's like likewise with our podcast, we try and see future wise, like, you know, seasons and guests we'd like to go on and recurring guests and what we want us for this to, you know, put out in the next few years. And you know, likewise with you guys selves, you know, the fact that you're already thinking about finishing the pack and making a mod about it. Like,
but we already underestimate. We always every time we make a texture pack, the second time we underestimate how long it's going to take. But that's not a bad thing because it does help us build up our public profile. It helps us get patrons. It's good. Before we move on, I'll mention the last project that we're working on. The last one we're working on is a
There's another
one? It's a Batman universe anthology comic. It tells the stories of currently 6 villains, some very unique takes on characters, some very exciting story arcs. And I'm writing it, Aiden's drawing it, and it's really cool.
Paddy's very excited.
Yeah, we spoke about it when we was on the call as like so we get to know these guys because obviously
unreal.
We can talk more about it off pod, Sam.
Yeah, like it's really awesome, you know, when we had like the conversation about it. You know, it's just to get to know each other. Because the thing is, apart from this, probably, you know, the first time we ever spoke to Eedaeth is probably today, and with Sam, it's first time with all of these people. So he's, you know, this is new to his ears too.
I haven't even spoken
it's
to
all new to his
Paddy
ears.
yet.
So yeah, but you know, what you guys are doing is I'll keep repeating myself, is insane, and that's why you're on here. Like, there's no other reason why.
Yeah, amazing.
But
I want to ask, obviously, because just from a personal standpoint as well, you guys mentioned productivity and stuff, and at the start you mentioned planning the texture pack to make sure you keep it. I want to do this. How do you guys do that? If you're happy to sort of discuss that, how do you guys plan? Do you plan certain blocks on certain days, certain mobs on certain days? Do you give it like a week for something? How do you guys do it?
Is there an order?
We did have a very strict plan, and that plan didn't go to plan.
We're still loosely following
it, but it was actually Bevo's fault. So everyone blame Bevo.
Everyone blame Bevo.
So Bevo said he would only make a video on our pack if we did a certain list of blocks and stuff. So that's why spruce trapdoors are in the pack right now. They weren't going to be for a while.
Neither were doors.
Doors.
A couple of blocks were not supposed to be
obviously, Bevo's entire brand is the spruce door, so that at least had to be done.
Yeah, that had to be done.
I stand the spruce trapdoors though, because I love a good spruce
really
trapdoor.
nice.
I was going to say, we wouldn't have this beautiful set with the spruce trapdoors without.
If it wasn't for Bevo,
Sam was moaning about it, so like...
I know.
We heard him. He was enjoying the spruce trapdoor a little too much.
I mean,
unfortunately, lads, this is a PG. So
yeah,
Sam needs to calm down right now.
It was all off camera. Sorry. I'm just glad that the table's in the way of the camera.
It's fine. We'll speak to him afterwards about his damn bad actions.
Yeah, he's going into horny jail.
So basically, our plan is our initial plan before Bevo came along was we were just going through the lists. So we chose a section, like for example, we started with food. So we took the food menu and we finished it. We just went through it in order and finished it. And then we did all the items and finished them first. Almost all, obviously stuff that's like connected to an entity, like the item for boats, mine carts, armor. Like we haven't done the armor yet, so we're not going to do the icon for armor.
Yeah.
And then we were going to go through the block list and do them in order. And we got like a third through the block list, and then Bevo messaged us. Generally, we do try and keep that. So we just sort of go through them in order. We're doing it right now. We're ticking down the list.
We're still back on the order.
We're doing crops this week, and you can put that picture up on screen of the wheat field.
It's
the
stunning.
Wheat fields, yes.
That's the first thing I've noticed as well when I opened the pack the other day, when I just thought, obviously I know when we were chatting I was having a little bit of a build around, but the grass and flower textures, I have to say, really, really blew me away, because I don't know if you've got to run through the meadows yet, Sam, but honestly,
you will be running through the meadows, mate, hand in hand.
Yeah, I'll take you. But yeah, no, honestly, the building potential with that is amazing. And obviously, I know I didn't take too long on a build the other day, but I was just having a mess around with some of the textures here and there. I love the warped woods as well, and your crimson woods they're really cool. And Sam,
I don't know if you've put a red nether brick down.
I have not yet. No, I didn't do that. I did not.
We'll put it on screen.
Yeah, I'll get it. It's that's got a variation. There's variations.
Oh, mad.
Of that.
Oh yeah. I do love the eyes. It looks awesome.
That looks so nice.
But yeah, Sam, when after stream, don't be whipping it out.
This is a child.
Sorry. I have a problem. I have a problem.
The purple blocks as well, the shine on them, and as well, again, I'm sorry, I'm just going full builder nerd mode here, like the iron blocks, everything, the way you guys have put shine on these blocks to add this extra level of stuff, it just blows me away.
I'll make 2 points. So our purple blocks are, we're sort of going for this slimy, scaly look for the end, and I'm really excited for you to see Endstone. And then the second thing about iron blocks and shininess. We posted a photo on r/Minecraft. It got a lot of upvotes, and it's a picture of it's the vanilla gold texture, and then there's a diagonal line through it, and then it's our texture without shaders, and there's a diagonal line, and then it's our texture with BSL. And I would like to read you a comment.
Yeah,
from that
you can.
post.
We'll put it on screen as well.
Yeah, if you've got that photo, yeah.
Yeah, let's have a listen.
This is by FireXJKXFire on Reddit. They have had their account.
Exposing him as well.
They've had their account for 9 years.
This is a call-out post.
This is a call.
What's their address?
I don't know that. So they've had their account for 9 years. So the following you're about to hear is someone who's been on Reddit for 9 years and does not know what a shader is. So.
What? Okay.
Let me read the
right.
following.
I'm so excited to hear this.
I'll drop the image that's being discussed as well. So here's the comment. So your texture is the one in the middle, right? The part on the right was just inspiration? I'm having trouble believing that the one on the right is purely texture, as it has depth and shadows. I think a lot of people think you drew the part on the right. Edit. Not that the middle part isn't beautiful, just seems weird to only show off your texture as 10% of the image. If you did draw the part on the right, and that's just shaders, how does it look different from different angles? Wouldn't the depth details look super odd from any other angle than the original image? So if you don't follow, there's a second part to this, but I'll interject here and say if you don't follow what's going on, he thinks that the image, the depth of our gold block is only visible from the exact angle we took a screenshot. The thing that's getting me is the text the texture is those corner details. It is different on every single corner of every block here. It shows color as if the light was hitting it and knew that it was to be raised above the rest. Yes, that's how shaders work. Like a shader that knew the part of the texture was designated as higher than the other parts could do this. But Minecraft shaders don't have some sort of code for block textures to say that they're higher. There's no fucking way. The right side must be reduced pixels of a real picture. So he thinks that we hand drew the highlights in the image for every single possible angle from a specific angle of light.
Yeah.
That would be. I don't know if
It
you've
would
ever
be
heard
very
of
impressive.
Patrick's, the texture pack, but
Me?
any of you like the
Yeah.
texture pack Patrick's. That guy is a tryhard. He's mental, and
he's fantastic.
Yeah.
But God, he's insane.
He does like connected textures to a degree that's impossible. But like I would love to say, yeah, we put in the effort to make it so that every single gold block looks like a light is hitting it from that exact direction. You just don't understand how shaders work, but we got to see how he ends it. This is ignorance beyond comprehension. Edit. I'll downvote myself here because I'm seeing a lot of feedback saying it's somehow possible to make a 2D texture that has depth from every angle. I don't believe it, but enough people have said it's real for me to think I'm possibly wrong.
Do you know what the best part is? It's actually got -1 downvotes as well.
Yeah.
But no, my brain hurt even listening to
Yeah.
that. Not because of your guys' voices, but they're just reading that. Jesus.
They've not been around on Minecraft for very long.
Well, there's some people that are just so stuck in their ways and like they think, oh, that's not possible.
Yeah.
But nah, it's it's not going to be true. But watching my screen the other day, I was just placing blocks down and just being like, oh, like just looking at them because the way you look is stunning.
Just listen, Fire Jake,
Yeah.
Fire X JK Fire. Read it and
He's
weep,
calling
buddy.
you out, lad. He's
Read it
calling
and
you
weep.
out.
Yeah,
Calling
listen
you
up.
out.
Look, you can see it right there. Maybe we can get a little bit
Yeah.
of footage of rotating around a gold block. See every angle.
Yeah, don't step to
Don't
us. or them. We'll
don't
do
step
you.
to me. I'll destroy you.
Set Sam on you
Yeah.
as well, and he gets really touchy about blocks.
Oh, I get wily. I'm like a brawler.
Obviously, we need to stop saying the word texture pack. Technically, in nowadays terms, it's actually a resource pack, isn't it? That's the
Yeah.
thing.
That's
So for like the early access thing, which I think Paddy did, I feel like we need to speak on this as well with your Patreon with the early access. So it's just £1, isn't it, for early access?
Yep. So we put out new versions like with new textures that we add like at least once a week. We try at least.
Yeah.
And patrons get full access to that for literally £1 a month. Or they can get it annually and it takes 10% off and that's only a tenner.
Which is mad. And you've even said before, like, people have complained because it's just £1.
Yep.
Which it doesn't make any sense because I bet you'd spend it on your V-Bucks and your
exactly.
Minecraft coins.
Yeah, V-Bucks is more. Minecraft coins are more. I think for me, when we obviously were just talking about Avenue 1, I was like, you know what? Not even, you know what? It's £1 and to get all this for £1, obviously, I know they get perks in your
Yeah,
Discord.
and eventually it's going to be free. So, I mean, the people that really want to wait and not spend £1, that's perfectly understandable. But, I mean, or you could have it now, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is as well, with contributing that £1, not only are you supporting you guys creating this amazing texture pack and you know, giving you that support for it, but I know as well you guys, you know, patrons and stuff, they get sort of a more direct hand in helping guide stuff as well, don't they? And having their say on what goes where, which I think £1 a month is nothing. Well, it might be something to some people. Let's
No, we're
you
not
know,
discriminating at all.
in
No.
that, but like, you know, to say, oh, I'm not paying £1 to help you support it should be free. Like, yes, it's not done.
We have the benefit of having some people who are overtly fans of us. Like, Ditterbug actually was a patron prior to us working with her on music. Like, I think she became a £5 patron, and then we showed her some of the stuff from our Batman comic, and she PayPal'd me and Aiden £100 as
Wow.
pre-support for that.
Yeah, that was real nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's good motivation, though, isn't it? Knowing you've got that support there from
Wow.
people that are actually trying to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. People who really see the vision.
Exactly. That's the only reason I'm confident in our future projects, because I know that there will be people that stick around for that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And also, we're not saying, oh, we're forcing you to stand for it. You must pay the pound or whatever. But even if you just follow what these guys are doing,
Pay the pound.
but
Yeah.
but you could help out a little bit just to say this.
Yeah,
We're
no.
generally doing this off our own back and just saying, like, if you want to support these lads, go ahead. If you just want to follow their journey, go ahead. But what they're doing is
Epic.
Stunning.
you won't find it anywhere else.
I don't think we've actually mentioned that. If you want to support our journey and follow the journey, I post production logs on TikTok at Mikopath. So don't know if we mentioned that.
No,
at all
that's
yet.
that's where you guys are made from, hasn't it? Obviously.
Yeah, that's where we got all of our attention.
Are you guys thought about doing it? I know you said Reddit as well. Are you guys maybe thinking about branching out into any kind of YouTube or any other kind of platforms for that kind of stuff?
YouTube is just a tougher commitment, especially given the type of content that we make.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with what you guys are doing as well. It's extra work on top of.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Twitter, Tumblr, and TikTok are like our
Yeah, I
main
suppose Instagram. Aiden, I've seen your Instagram now. It's a very easy segue. Like as a Minecraft builder, it's an easy route for me to take, but it's just at the moment I tried it, I started it, but then it's extra on top of, because obviously it's editing your photos, it's putting your overlays on.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too much around my work commitments. So you can be yourself, Aiden. I know it's very much like it comes hand in hand, doesn't it? Instagram is that artsy sort of social media, and you post your artwork there, but obviously that relates into the texture pack stuff really well as well.
I have something that might be interesting to talk about. We'll do it a live TikTok duet right now. So what was the first TikTok video that blew up on your page? I'll go first. So we decided to change silverfish into worms on a string, and we made a video about it, and the internet really liked it.
Yeah.
Shark?
Oh, I thought you were just talking in general. My first video blew up. Do you know what it was? I think it's the foxes. So it was basically saying that if you give a fox a totem on dying and he was to kill it, it would use it and come back alive. And literally, it just banged. And that's how I guess, grew on my channel. I guess on TikTok. And it went insane. And I was sitting there like, oh my God. Like, I can do this.
I can do this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not saying like, oh, your money. I didn't even realize it was going to viral. If anything, I look back at that video and go, wow, I could have done so much better. But yeah, that's what banged for me. Paddy?
Nice.
Mine was a fountain video, just a simple fountain tutorial with Lil Nas X, one of his songs on it. Yeah, that was my first major viral video, and I've just gone from there. Sam?
The toes.
Oh, God's sake,
The
man.
toes. Okay, so my first proper viral video is currently resting on 4.9 million views. It was
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Our biggest video is 700K.
Oh wow.
Mine's 6.6 million. So.
Mine's
yeah.
4.1.
Well, yeah. So what it was just a simple. The tagline is, some creepy guy said he'd give me 15 bookshelves if I touched his toes. Who
I
would do that,
remember
right?
this. I've seen that.
We all just have the same For You page, don't we? Let's just be real.
I think Aiden's probably the most out of Minecraft TikTok. Yeah,
probably.
Aiden.
Since you post all the content and I just kind of sit
Yeah.
and draw my funny little textures and you put everything
I mean,
together.
Aiden's TikTok account is blank, so.
Do you think maybe with your TikTok account you could have like a time lapse of you creating like with the drawings and stuff?
That.
We've thought about it.
Yeah, you could. I mean, that's one thing I was gonna ask. Like, what software, and do you use a drawing pad or pen or anything to actually create the textures? How do you do that?
Yeah, so the textures are drawn in Photoshop, and I use a Wacom Cintiq tablet with a screen. And once the textures are finished, I send them over to Mike, and he does all the PBR and
depth map.
all that
So
stuff.
Aiden very kindly dissects his Photoshop files to make the PBR easier.
Yes, you're welcome. Do you know how long I spent sitting there and compiling the
I'll give you a
files?
kiss.
Do
I'll give you
you
a kiss.
know?
But yeah, so he sends the files to me, and then I can either, if he forgets to separate them, I can separate them myself, and then I convert them to PBR textures, which you can do native in Photoshop. It's really easy.
Thank God for that.
And then also do specular maps, which is like to dictate whether things are shiny or they emit light or they are
Deep.
like
Metallic and stuff.
It's a really good teamwork kind of aesthetic you guys have got going on.
Yeah,
Like, it works.
definitely.
It's really well.
Yeah,
it helps that we live together.
Yeah, I remember you saying it the other day.
Aiden is literally just up a set of stairs from me.
So if he does something you don't like, you just storm upstairs and kick his door in.
Yeah.
Oi!
Yeah,
exactly.
That quite literally is.
Okay, right. I feel like
mean,
that's a
and-
situation we should not dive too deep into.
No. Usually it's when we get really funny or awful comments. I sort of go into his room and we can sit there and laugh at them. Like whenever we want to talk about business or plan things out, we can just walk into each other's rooms and start having ideas.
I mean, it's great that you've got such a, you're so close and you can get these things sorted so quickly.
Yeah.
There's no communication or wait time. You know what each other's schedules and, you're right there, accessible.
Yeah, I mean, we go to the same uni, we live in the same house. Like
The dream team.
our schedules are literally a question away. Like, oh, are you busy?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing because, you need to work on this. Like, this is your project. And then you can go, okay, I'll have a breathe and see you, lads. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the next texture that you uber excited to do? What's the next texture?
Uber
that you haven't done
excited.
yet?
I'm so excited for Endstone. I really want to get
yeah.
into Endstone. I just can't wait.
I'm excited for the profession tables.
Ooh,
What's
that'd be
left.
fun.
Those are always really fun.
Yeah, fletching table. Like,
Yeah, like, what you've done with the crafting bench is amazing as well. So waiting to see what will happen.
Yeah.
It'll be brilliant.
and one final thing. Pay the pound.
A pound.
I bet the student debt is hitting like hard.
Oh, it's about to.
Okay, welcome to our special segment of the podcast called The Void. Let's hand it over to our special guests.
Hello, welcome to The Void. Today we will be talking about which biome we're casting into the void. Shall we ask Sam first? What biome are you sending into the void?
I've had a few biomes which I really am not a fan of, but the biome that I settled on, that will be receiving an update very, very soon, as it has been announced at the Minecraft Live, I'm pretty sure. They're planning on working on it, and that is the swamp. I don't like the swamp how it is at the moment. There's too much water. You can't get through there with a boat. You can't really jump around. There's no easy way to walk. It could do with a bit of a refresh, I think. That's the biome that I would completely get rid of. Cast away into the void.
Paddy?
Gentlemen.
Oh no, here we
I
go.
want you to picture this in your head. Okay, we've got two biomes. All right, we've got the meadows and we've got the birch forests. Okay, what's the key points in both of them? Yes, you get these lovely flowers. All right, now I'm picturing this in a basic vanilla texture pack. Okay, not in your guys' pack, because I will happily admit in your guys' pack, the birch wood is kind of turning me on.
There's a reason why the trees are white.
Alright, so you and Sam need to stop.
Default texture pack. Birch wood. There's no need for a birch forest. You can find your birch trees in your normal forests. You can find your birch trees scattered around in here and there. There's no need for a full biome of just birch trees. Yes, you get the cool flowers in there. And again, in your pack, the flowers are pristine. But I'm all for the biomes that are just, like flower meadows. Okay. However, birch tree biomes, not needed. Get them sent into the void. Get them out the game. Thank you. I'm here all week.
See, I think birch are one of my favourite trees. Anyway.
What?
Shark.
What?
Controversial.
Anyway, so, what is the one biome we always forget? And it's just, no one goes there. And that's the ice spikes biome.
That was one that I was going to choose.
I didn't even know they were even added into the game until maybe added a few updates ago. Oh yeah, walk around and go, oh, this is cool. But for such a rare biome, it's just boring. There's no trees. There's just nothing to get or do there. There's not even the igloos. There's just all these massive blue ice spikes. That's it. It's bleak, and I don't even think any mobs spawn there either. Yeah, nothing spawns there. It's pointless. It's just pointless. The only thing that spawns there is a stray, and I hate strays because the last thing you want to do is when there's no trees, no food, and trying to attempt to run about, and you're trying to climb over these ice spikes to get out of the biome, is for a stray to hit you with a slowness arrow. It's
true.
not nice.
Strays are the last thing that you'd want to find in your compound chicken.
So I'm going to say, the ice spikes biome is pointless and is not needed, and that is going straight to the void.
Got my decision on lock.
Okay.
I agree with Shark.
Yeah,
Yes!
I agree with Shark as well.
Oh, if only I could break these windows, jump out of them.
Do you know what's funny? So this actually makes me and Paddy, we're actually
No, it doesn't.
on level.
No, it doesn't.
Paddy's
I've got
number
two.
one.
You got two. They choose both. There's 2 points.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 2 people.
That's no Shark. That's cheeky.
What? It's 1 point. No, there's no way you're blagging your way in here. Get out of this. You're having 1 point.
That's like saying you 3 are 1 point each. No, you're gonna be.
Right, you lads. Is it 1 between you, or is it 1 point per each?
We are one. We are one judge.
Okay. Well, Paddy's still got the W.
Sorry, I'm very competitive.
At the moment on the leaderboard over here, it is at top Paddy. Next is ShvrkBait, and then third place with 0.5 Ascend, and lastly Josh with 0.
You two, over to you guys.
Yeah, we want to hear what you got.
Mike, do you want to go first?
Okay, picture this in your head, all right?
Oh, I'm picturing it.
My eyes are closed. I'm picturing.
You're running through beautiful trees, and you might have an okay PC, but your game is running fine. It's running a smooth, let's say 35 to 40 FPS. It's okay. You're having a good time. And then you run into a bamboo forest, and your performance is gonna take a hit. You're going down to 15 FPS. You can hear parrots making scary noises.
That's right.
You might have a scaffolding heaven, but then you have to break that bamboo. And then you get 600 entities all at once in your game, tanking your frame rate even more. And you just want to give up. So I'm going to say bamboo forest.
That's quite solid, lads. I'll give them that.
Very convinced now.
Yeah.
Aiden?
Okay, well, I hate 2 things. Gravel and ginormous mountains that I can't be bothered to track over. And
That's a good
combine
one.
that, and you get gravel mountains. And all I gotta say is, it's an eyesore. I do not want to see your ugly, crusty, rocky mountain taking up my pretty green meadows and hills and trees. What am I gonna build? Nothing, because gravel can't hold anything, because if you even drop a hair on it, the whole thing collapses. And what am I gonna do with all that gravel? Absolutely nothing. Get it out.
Alright, well, I'm going to go first, Aiden. As much as Mike, I understand the bamboo and like the scaffolding heaven and also a lot of entities and stuff, I really think it's an eyesore what Aiden's talking about, so I'm going with Aiden. I'm really sorry, Mike.
He's not wrong.
I was going with you, but Aiden just convinced me. 1 point for Aiden.
After you, Sam.
Me. So, both I completely understand something that are very important. Bamboo, super important for scaffolding. And gravel, you need it for concrete. Both of them are very...
And flint as well,
And paths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think I got to agree with Aiden on the gravel mountains. Because they're so ugly and you can get gravel easily from piglin trades. So
Anywhere else.
GGWP.
Go on, Paddy.
Well, I see both points. You know, thing is with the bamboo forest, nobody's bossed up. There's pandas there, and I'm really sorry, Mike, but pandas are my favourite animal.
That's true. That's true.
Again, I've got to agree. On a builder standpoint as well, all that gravel is just, and it's an eyesore. So again, it's a whitewash. I'm really sorry, Aiden. You've pulled it.
I'm gonna add to Aiden's point. The other thing is when you're mining and then you hit a gravel mountain. That is
And the whole thing collapses in.
That was good. Yeah, we're going to give that to Aiden, and the winner is myself today. So, thanks, lads, for coming on. We really, really, honestly,
had a great time.
That was actually a solid episode, and we loved hearing about it. I've honestly been so excited to have you guys on.
Yeah, I was just going to say sort of where you can catch them. Obviously, as you said before, the main space is obviously on your TikTok for your updates. And I know you've got an Instagram as well.
Yeah, links will be in bio.
The Discord as well. Obviously, you can keep lots of up-to-dates on there. And just to mirror what ShvrkBait said, it's been a real pleasure having you guys come on.
Thank you,
I've learned some things, and definitely have you back next season if you guys.
100%. Yeah. Next season. So, lads, this has been the CraftCast podcast with myself, ShvrkBait, Paddy, Sam, Mike, and Aiden, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, I'm Shitty Builds. I make TikTok videos about redstone, and I do it all on the iPhone 8, which is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Oh, wait, what? He does it all on his phone?
Like today, I accidentally made a 3-piston extender.
Yes, 3-piston extender.
Where can me and Josh get some of these? Just a bit of off camera.